God, I always. So it's been a little bit since I last posted. A few days, I guess. I can't remember actually what day last time I posted was, or whatever. I think it was Monday. Well, today I've had some pretty good ideas actually recently. Uh, I guess we were talking about in class the other day, or yesterday, Tuesday. We were talking about in class how all the problems on like a larger scale, like pollution and poverty and hunger and lack of health care that a lot of these countries or in Africa and Asia have, and different ideas of how to fix them for the future. But I've really been thinking. I guess I found inspiration for creativity in those because I can. I guess my always biggest problem so far up until now was uh, like defining the problem as far as being creative. When we come up with a soft innovation, I always just have a hard time being like, okay, well, what problem do I need to fix? But when it comes to things like poverty and hunger and renewable resources, it's pretty easy to formulate a great question that'll that can be solved. Um, Another technique I've been using now recently, to be creative would be is definitely finding like what Dr. Venegas was talking about, taking two seemingly unrelated ideas and putting them together. So some idea that I've had right now um, would be like, I mean, this is kind of impossible now, but it's not totally impossible in the foreseeable future, 20 years or so. But you could have cars that run on ATP, which is the fuel source that the body uses, and you could trick. What this would do is when your body's low on ATP, it starts breaking down glycogen, which is stored in our fat cells, and it's a got a pretty good amount of energy, considering the size of the scale that it's on, and we have a lot of ATP in our bodies. So if we could somehow harness our body into giving us ATP and doing it correctly so that we wouldn't harm ourselves, we could potentially run, vehicles of some sort on it, and that would not only fix, a problem with what kind of fuel we're going to use to fuel our cars in the future, but also reduce down some of the obesity we have out here in America, because they would trick their body into thinking they're doing a lot of exercise when they're really not. So I thought that was a pretty cool idea. Um, I've also been trying. I find biology major. I find a lot of my inspiration in biological things. So there's a I guess the way that enzymes work, they can be allosterically inhibited or promoted by, like they have a certain shape, and if you insert a type of molecule, say AMP, it will make which is like a derivative of ATP, it'll make the enzyme work correctly because it's an enzyme that is used to take AMP and turn it into ATP, and so it causes like a shape formation change in the enzyme. But then if you have ATP around and ATP binds to it, then it causes a shape change formation to the enzyme that causes it to be not active and not be able to do anything. So I really been thinking about somehow getting that to work in a machine, kind of like as some kind of industrial process, maybe where like it only makes as much as we need or something. Like if we need gasoline, then this machine will make gasoline. But once we have a lot of gasoline around, the gasoline itself will turn off the machine. It's I haven't been able to come up with any good theoretical or practical applications of it, but I just thought of it today. So maybe when I'm in the shower or sleeping or something, it'll pop into my head. But I think that's all for today. I have been we tried a new thing with my group today where we instead of meeting in person to work on our next project, which would be the idea for the Dell competition, for a better world kind of thing. We all just got on Facebook chat. All six of us got on Facebook chat at 2 o'clock, and just kind of did a divergent thinking group and convergent thinking um, session on there. And it was relatively effective. It was kind of hard to it's kind of hard to pick up on tone when you or on Facebook chat. But other than that, it was effective. It was we decided since it was 20 degrees outside, we didn't want to go outside in the cold. But anyway, that's all for today.